Does this sound familiar to you? You're doing your day-to-day, you're finally getting stuff done, you feel good about yourself, and then it's another snide text, it's another passive-aggressive remark, it's another relapse, another tragedy. Not again. Everything was going so well. You put in so much work and you thought finally you were making progress, and it seems like you are back to square one. What do? Hi guys, Dr. Vishnya here. I'm here to help you put the missing puzzle piece of the jigsaw that is your life back into place. You see, a lot of people wrote in today wondering if they should be letting that special someone of their life go. Instead of responding to everyone, I thought to make a special little video for you guys. Before we dig into this juicy topic, I want to remind you all of the phenomenal discounts happening on my website, link in the description. We have a limited time deal on our one-to-one program, where you can score a 1% off discount if you subscribe by the end of today. Also, our group session Empathic and Empowered is nearly at capacity, so be sure to get yourself an annual pass to secure yourself a space. Now, let's get into it. Number 1, are you trauma bonded with this person in your life? In response to traumatic stress, we can start to idealize our perpetrators' behaviors, particularly if they might have been a caregiver or provider to us. If you resonate with this idea, do not fret. We do this because we are trying to survive. If we actively swim against the tide of abuse that we might experience, it becomes exhausting and puts our safety at risk. Yet our neurological capacity to make long-term decisions shuts down with this constant adrenaline and cortisol. We end up not knowing how far we've been dragged away by the ever-powerful river. Number 2, is this person in your life a narcissist? Narcissistic personality disorder can entail many things, but principally it is about a grandiose feeling of self-importance and a relentless lack of empathy in the pursuit to get what they want. Often, this is coming from someone who is excessively charming. They believe they are a cut above the rest, regarding themselves to be special, not allowing anything but their success thrive. A narcissist can be anyone. Our parents, our co-workers, someone we might enter a platonic or romantic relationship with. Narcissists have a well-protected yet fragile ego. Getting so close to someone means that if they get criticized, it is right to their core. And if that narcissist gets abusive, you're especially in trouble. 3rd, are you codependent with this person? Healthy relationships require a balance. 2 people giving each other support, affection, respect, and trust. Codependency lops this on one side. There is a taker and a giver. If you resonate with the ideas presented in this video, you, my dear, might be the giver. You went from an individual person to now a blob, a homogeneous mass combined in your relationship, and all you know is giving, giving, giving all you've got to try and make the relationship work, that you've forgotten what it means to be you. Does this sound like you? 4th, do we feel a sense of learned helplessness? Maybe we believe that nothing we can do can cause a meaningful change in our lives, and so we resign ourselves from trying. We say, this is our lot. It's been this way forever now, and there's nothing we can do to make it better. 5th and finally, do we maybe have a savior complex? This is also referred to as white knighting. We perceive someone who we think is in danger and decide that we are the right person at the right time to swoosh in and try and save them. We may have seen a struggle earlier in our lives and try and right the wrongs of the past with the knowledge, experience, and resources we have available now. As empaths, we can find that we are more susceptible to what charming and narcissist types may employ to hunt us down. We have an innate goodness to us, a belief that all must be treated equally, and narcissists can capitalize on that. They can begin by being captivating, maybe love bombing us, and we feel seen. We're hooked. We are given recognition. Then they begin their slow attrition of eroding us, taking away our self-worth, making us feel small and useless and pathetic until we are nothing without our captor. Often, they do this in ways you cannot detect. You see, they can't immediately punch you in the face. They have to work up to it. They use small and maybe insignificant strategies to test the water and to test your boundaries. We are nothing without them, and they need us to survive, or so we may think. We can be more predisposed to trauma bonding if we've had difficult parents and bad childhoods where we are told to accept what we get. Even if it's the worst thing that we have to make it work. Even if leaving is the better alternative. We can have attachment wounds. I know a lot of us are working on our anxious avoidant attachment styles. You can find more information on attachment styles in my therapy portal below, link in the description. You can read the first sentence for half off. In any case, the partner that pulls away with cruelty feels like a problem to solve. If we put in enough love, care, support, and work, we might be able to earn their love back. Little did we know, these types feed off of the energy that we put in. So, how do we resolve this? We work on our self-esteem. We reject the notion that we deserve the abuse that we receive and that we shouldn't advocate for better. Next, we have our own rebellion. Quietly, uninterruptedly, we work on re-establishing ourselves with the community that we were previously isolated from. Moreover, we build up our self-image. We affirm to ourselves that we can and should make meaningful choices in life and that we have value no matter what, that we have tried every method available, and now it is time to go. Finally, we have to let go of our hopeful longing for change. We let go of our feeling of guilt for not being able to help. It's hard, but it's a necessary evil. Important people come and go throughout our lives, and there is no point contorting ourselves out of shape for people who simply aren't ready. Piece by piece, step by step in time, it means that we can move on from the person that has taken so much from us already. Whew. That was a hard video, huh? But you did good getting to the end. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like button, check out my website for those exclusive deals, sign up to my mailing list, sign up to my Patreon, donate to me on Ko-fi, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Mastodon. And I just want to say that in a world devoid of empathy and compassion, we need empaths more than ever, but we need them replenished and safe. Thanks for watching. You've got this. Bye. Wow. Dear Dr. Vishnya, I'm an empathic and sensitive soul who has found herself in a hard relationship. I have been a fan of your videos for a while. Despite that, I saw your latest video and I wanted to write in and tell you that I really disagree. Where's the underline button? There we go. Disagree. I think what you are telling people to do, to consider giving up on important people in their lives, is destructive to humanity, communities, and to what love means. I think love is about overcoming obstacles, growing together, being loyal. I don't think I'm enabling, bold, anybody by being this way. The way to solve these problems is not by kicking people out of your life where they may suffer on the streets or in unemployment or fall to hard times, but by putting in the hard work to give people a second chance to grow. And that's that on that. Maybe I should delete that. Okay. By the way, I'm super excited to read my Brene Brown and Empathic and Empowered. I think I have some really good ideas in it. Sorry if this email is disappointed, by the way. I know I suck. I don't mean to make you upset. Yours, Magnanimous Martha 123. Bye. Oh, Magnanimous Martha 123. I am assuming I could just call you Martha. Hi. Yes, that's fine. I thought to call you for a quick 10-minute catch-up before our next reading group about your message. How are you doing? Oh, just hanging out. Doing great. You sent me quite the email. Yes, well, I thought your latest video wasn't very good. You know, you've been to a lot of the E&E groups. I'm surprised you've said something now. Well, I just wanted you to consider what would happen to all the people that you recommend to, give up on. What would happen to them? Where would they go? Can you clarify that a bit more for me? Well, what about the people that fear regretting it all or The people that had happy memories together. The shared history, you know? It seems wasteful to encourage people to throw all that away. You wrote this email with such bravado, Martha. There's clearly a passion, a fire in you that's been lost, and it's not appearing here today. Are you sure you're doing okay? I don't want you to be angry at me. I'm not going to be angry at you, Martha. I promise. I'm here to help. I just think that everyone in those E&E groups is too afraid of you to challenge you or your practice, and I think you know that. I think you know that your clientele is desperate, and I think you string them along with ideas of a better life, and you know that you can just feed them this irresponsible advice and know that they'll take it because they don't know any better. Can you name something in particular that upset you in the video? Okay, so take the way you talk about narcissists. It may be true that some people are in relationships with those who have undiagnosed and untreated narcissistic personality disorder, but that doesn't mean that those people should be left to the wolves, that they should suffer and die and be isolated from the world just because they have NPD. I think those people are people too. I see. Hello? Say something! I'm here, Martha. Just give me a second to think and process what you've said. I said say something, you hack! This call will not continue if you speak to me in that way. It is a matter of policy and respect. Fine. I'm sorry. There is no perfect video that I could make that would encapsulate specifically your human experience. All the jargon and terminology, the narcissism, the codependency, the learned helplessness, the savior complex, the attachment styles, whatever. It's just for one specific purpose, and that purpose is to increase your emotional literacy and to help people identify that they might be enabling the current situation that they're in to continue. Yeah, Dr. Fisher, I guess I might be enabling it with blank. With who? Oh. This person must have my life. Okay, I see. No problem. Oftentimes I think people are relieved to hear that their experience has a name. Like, take the Raised by Narcissists forum, for example. It's a space for people to collectively grieve the time they spent fighting a battle in the dark. The posters, victims of abuse and mistreatment by people who have maintained a position of power over them, can use narcissism very liberally to discuss their despair. They were especially hurt as what they thought was a good and special relationship turned out to be toxic and a convincing cause of suffering. I guess so, but these diagnoses are primarily to be used by care physicians and psychologists, right? But the world has taken on a zest for patent-seeking behaviors so they can identify people they could be deemed as monsters. People who use these diagnoses in their relationships are more seeking to otherize and alienate unwell and unkind people. Right. So you see that shaming these people is bad and unhelpful, and that we're encouraged to label each other for what? I mean, I think there are oppressive societal institutions that contribute way more to more suffering, like housing and abduction. And I think we're taught to divide ourselves and fight each other instead of the fixtures that keep us miserable. Hold on, Martha. It is often people that have been heavily shamed themselves that reach for these diagnoses. At this incredibly atomized level, people that have been socially controlled and isolated reach for these diagnoses to help them describe their world. And when I say enable, then, it's more to say that the dysfunction of our abuser persists for as long as we don't know how to describe what we're going through, or that communities out there exist with similar lived experiences that we don't know about. So I've been enabling by not knowing? We see this in all sorts of ways, Martha. In studies of addicts and their spouses, actually, they showed that partners would make excuses for their partner's high risk and harmful behaviours in the name of love or fear. It is with asserting boundaries and following up on these boundaries that the enabling stops. Yeah, maybe. A life of chasing incremental change is what I am trying to avoid for people like you. Oh, well, that could be true. I just feel so worn down, Dr. Vishnu. I got a sense for that, sweetheart. I know that was a lot of information. I know that you're tired. I know that you're even angry. I see it from you today. And I saw it from your email. It's okay. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Do you have any thoughts about what I've said? Well, I see the good in them. I really think they'll turn around and grow. They've clearly suffered a lot in this life, and I don't want to be a contributor to that. Even if they're a bit high risk, I don't want to be the presence that chips them over the edge. Ah, yes, you don't want to make that person feel like the world doesn't want them. I've heard that many times before.
Exactly. I don't want to be so cruel. I think we're making some progress. It's not where I'd want it to be, but it's something, and I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And besides, they said they would hurt themselves if I ever left them. So I think it's better to just stay.
Mother, it's not cruel to preserve yourself. Cruelty is a matter of intentional abuse and neglect. Cruelty comes from people who've seen darkness and hardship in the past in a sort of cycle of abuse, and they perpetuate it forward and they hurt innocent people.
But, Dr. Vishnya, surely you, of all people, can recognize that for some that's harder than others, that some can be unintentionally cruel or oblivious to what they're doing, that the world strips people of education and opportunity, yet still finds a way to blame them for their despair, that single mothers of three have to make the horrible decision to either heat their house or feed their children, while billionaires are on private islands sipping mojitos that would otherwise cost 3 months' rent for them, that generations and generations of people live under governments that aren't acting in their best interests, and that so many marginalized groups are labeled as political enemies. Truly, if this sort of suffering doesn't get to people, then I don't know what will. I think we should give people more leeway.
You clearly have an empathetic and kind heart in you, Martha. You care so deeply about the people around you, even if it's at the sacrifice to yourself.
Thank you.
But people using their own lives as collateral to keep you close and terrified is not what makes a healthy relationship function.
I mean, I guess so, but
You need to let go of the idea that you are solely responsible for the fate of this other person. They will decide if they will change and grow. You are not the arbiter of their fate.
should we go to some sort of group counseling? Do you offer that?
You have to listen to me, Martha. Salvaging a relationship is not the only route available. It's possible to have an exit and have a second chance at life for the both of you. The task of a relationship therapist is to act as an objective, detached, third-party mirror to your behaviors, to tell you if what you've normalized in the space behind closed doors is healthy and viable. Ultimately, it's a litmus test. Do you truly believe the person you're describing would turn up?
Right. If they don't, Are they a bad person?
No, Martha, there are no good or bad people. It's just a matter of the actions we take.
I have one question. Please just answer me straight on that. Do you think I should give up on blank?
People have to want to change. Everybody suffers. It is what we do with this suffering and how we come to understand it that decides if we prosper or perish.
That doesn't answer my question.
Martha, we're coming up on time. I wanted to tell you from your email that you're right. Relationships are one of the most important personal things that we have. However, there are toxic relationships out there that we have to be wary of. As do many things, these difficult relationships require problem solving, a detached assessment of what's going on, communication, and cooperation. That's why people come to my sessions. My clients pull out what they resonate with and they work on it, and with enough self-confidence, they believe in their answer to their own important questions. I can't tell them what to do specifically in their world, because only they know what to do in their circumstances. It isn't about ordering people to leave, Martha. It never has been. It's about giving people the terminology to describe their experiences, to connect with other people. It would be a detriment to my practice to play God with other people. I want to motivate people to make lives better, to teach them problem solving for their own unique circumstances, and to respond to darkness with empathy, but boundaries. I've seen many people in your position, Martha, and I've gone through the choice myself. That's the value of my practice, and why you should maintain continual attendance if you want to become the person you want to be.
Wait, really?
The bottom line is this. Will you ask the internet if you're the asshole, if breaking up was the right thing to do, to assure you if everything will be okay? Or will you decide your destiny on your own?
I don't know. You've done it. What do you think I should do?
Have faith in the process and keep coming to my sessions. I'll see you for the next group. See you soon, Magnanimous Martha 123. Take care now.
Oh, about that, Dr. Vishnu, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm able to afford any more empathic and empowered group sessions, even with the generous discount. Do you have payment plans?
Okay, guess not then. Bye. Hello?
Girl, where the hell am I?
Okay, so do you see the Sainsbury's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk over to the cash machine and turn around and you'll see a tree. Just recalibrate yourself to the tree and then walk in its direction, and then eventually you'll hit stairs, and then that's where I live.
Recalibrate myself to the tree. Do you tell the boys at McDonald's the same thing? Do you live in Narnia, Martha?
They give me less sass and more delicious £1.99 wraps. Come on, girl.
Fine. As per instructions, I've recalibrated and I've arrived. Hi. Hey, Vanessa. How's it going? Well, let me in and I'll tell you.
Yeah, obviously. Can I get you like a tea or a coffee or anything?
No, don't worry, babe. I felt weird about standing outside the Sainsbury's for so long, so I went and I got myself something. I got this kind of monster. I thought it'd be better, right? Because it doesn't have the pull tab, it has the twisty top. But then I realized I have to go beast mode on it to open the can of monster and get my delicious sugary prize. Please don't look at this.
Okay.
Okay. And it's open.
You done? Okay. Hi, Vanessa. This is my room. My favorite place to be.
Oh yeah, Martha. Love what you've done with the place. It really shows the true essence of you. What colour is that? Is that ivory? Pale nimbus? Cream? Bone? Look at that subtle off-white colouring.
Vanessa, did you come into my room to make American Psycho references at me?
No, I came because it's been a really long time since I last saw you and I miss you, girl. I think your walls could do with a little bit more art on them, but I know a lot of great people that can give you some prints.
That's great. Listen, have you seen this video I've sent you? It's ridiculous.
Wait, don't you want to tell me about how you're doing? How are you? Isn't that how these things normally go?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Did you see the video?
Well, yeah, babe, but you haven't messaged me in months, so if I wanted to talk to you again, I kind of had to, you know?
Well, what do you think?
It, sucks?
Honestly, the video just gets under my skin. I don't think anybody should be telling anyone to give up. Like, people need each other, and society's become so individualistic because of people like this. And when was the last time you felt like you could introduce yourself to your neighbour or strike up a conversation with someone at a bar? It's ridiculous.
Martha, sweetheart.
Oh, lucky me. Do you want to tell me to give up too?
Well, yes, if this is about who I'm thinking about, but listen, a lot has changed since we last spoke, and this is already a lot. I was hoping we could just catch up, like old times.
Honestly, I hate this part. It says I have a low self-esteem and a saviour complex, and that's why I'm here. Ugh, stupid.
I don't know why you are so mad at that part. Are you bothered at all that the video puts so much on you?
Hold on. Your hair's gone crazy. Let me fix it. You mean the enabling part?
Yeah? Yeah.
Yes! I don't think nice people enable their loved ones to do harmful behaviours. I think I offer them a roost, a haven to work on themselves.
Martha, I'm going to stop you right there. First of all, the haven that you've built just means that blank only has a one Martha to slowly kill off.
Kill?
You know what I mean. Second of all, I don't think you enabled anything. You're a victim of something shitty. You aren't in this life to be called a survivor that learned something by the end of all of this. You didn't enter this relationship thinking you'd end up here. They're not a force of nature. They're not deterministically, fatalistically absolved of responsibility because it is just what it is. Of course not. They're a human being.
Where are you going with this?
They're not this pure and innocent force of goodness. They're complex.
Okay. Are you losing your train of thought?
No! What I'm trying to say is, what I think anyway, is that nobody has made it through life unaffected by the world around them. Everyone experiences darkness and everyone has different perspectives on it. And mentally ill or not, traumatized or not, everyone still maintains a core responsibility over themselves and their actions. And that doesn't go away if you love them or think they're a good person or a charity case or whatever. And it's especially important if they're abusive.
Vanessa, you realize for some that's harder than others, like people going through addictive withdrawals or experiencing psychosis.
I don't know anything about that, but okay, sure. Point to you. In any case, people can always choose to give into their impulses and say something hurtful or strike. If I said, oh, I did that because I need my morning coffee to focus, and you know I need my morning coffee to focus, so don't get in my way again, you deserved it. It would just be me leveraging the world around me to dodge consequences.
Well,
I mean, I guess so.
You don't agree?
Let's just move on. Are you okay?
Oh, me? I'm fine. I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind. I had a hard time organizing my thoughts on the way here. What was that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I just want to tell you that I'm worried about you. Why do you stay here, Martha?
Well, Blank told me that they would die out there in the world without me.
Right.
They told me that, I'm their foot in society that keeps them afloat. They need me, V.
Do you even like Blank anymore?
We don't really, do much together. We just clash a lot.
I know, babe, I know. And now you're living with them? That must suck. I mean, when was the last time you made something? When was the last time you stitched together a cool garment?
Oh, I haven't really. Blank doesn't like the sound of the sewing machine. Have you made something?
Yeah, actually, a while after you left, we got to submit our final projects to actual retailers and, have them be reviewed. And Diane von Furstenberg was there. I got to meet her.
I wish I got to go. It's fine. I've been doing a lot of reading about a open source Linux distribution called Ubuntu, actually, for this embedded device I'm working on.
The what?
It's named after the African philosophy of I am what I am because of who we all are, but also because the distribution itself has great security, it closes all ports, it doesn't give users root privileges, so...
Look, I think we've drifted over the past few months, and I think your relationship is alienating me from being your friend.
Okay, well...
It's all you talk about, and it makes me so indescribably angry, knowing how sad you are for someone who doesn't deserve you.
Never mind.
I really wish we could talk like we did when they weren't so heavily in your life, but here we are. I know that you're struggling, but life can change, and I'm here for you for anything that you need. I really wish you saw that.
Funny coming from you, who's never had an emotional investment in anything.
What?
Nothing.
No. Tell me what you said.
I just think you embody the sort of attitude that I'm sick of seeing.
And what's that?
I think the world is dry with compassion and empathy.
Okay. So you think I lack empathy?
Tell me, you obviously know better than me then. You clearly know what to do in these sorts of scenarios and how to give up on someone. Say someone doesn't accept your slow drift away method. What do you tell them then?
Well, I saw a TikTok on how to do it.
And what does the TikTok say?
Okay, I'll get it on my phone. I've treasured our season together, but we're moving in different directions in life. I don't have a capacity to invest in us any longer. I get it may be hard to understand, but I've been reevaluating many areas of my life recently, including my ability to be in your life. I just want to be honest and upfront so I don't disappoint your expectations. I'm sorry if this feels painful and confusing. I wish you all love and success.
Vanessa?
Yes?
That sucks. I think you know that it sucks. It sounds so unbelievably sterile. It sucks.
Yeah, I know it sucks. I never actually say this. I kind of just avoid people until they get the hint.
You ghost them?
Yeah.
Being vulnerable seems like the last thing you'd want to do then.
I am fully capable of being vulnerable, and the people I trust get my vulnerability, but I don't want to commit to a lifetime of shenanigans with every single person I come across. I like to sleep around, sure, but that doesn't mean I want to marry every single person I go spread eagle with.
Maybe the people that you sleep with have feelings.
Maybe, but they'll get over it in time and find their people, and I will find mine. I don't see why I should feel obligated to do anything if I'm not paying their bills. If I don't like somebody, if I don't see the value in restoring our friendship, if I think the conversation wouldn't help, I don't think I have to do diddly squat.
Unbelievable. You really do lack empathy, don't you? Maybe they liked the friendship. I really think you'd get further in this life if you communicated clearly with people. Even a simple goodbye would be nice. Have some respect. People aren't disposable.
Jesus, Martha. Sometimes you have to make someone cry or let someone down, and that's just how it is. Take a second to think about who has stuff going on and who's living in the middle of nowhere in a depression box with nothing in it, with someone who is actively holding them back from chasing their dreams. Honestly, you deserve so much better than this, sweetheart. I really wish you saw that. I am so in your corner like you wouldn't believe. But you have such an emotional investment in this that you can't see the situation any different. But I'm going to try one last time. I don't think relationships should feel like work. I think they shouldn't feel draining. I think they should be fun, exciting, reciprocated. I think you should enjoy the time you spend with people. I don't think you should be getting a part-time psychology degree to navigate this human trash heap. Come on, girl. Blank is bad news. Rock the boat. Be the bitch. Be weird. Be rude. Keep yourself alive. Hey.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Here. I got you these.
Hell yeah, some macaron action you remembered.
Of course, V.
Well, actually, I got you these.
Tomatoes!
You bet your ass they're tomatoes.
I love anything wrapped. It's just a vehicle to deliver carbs.
We can change topics if you want.
Maybe, but I think we should resolve this first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. If it means anything, I don't think Blank is a fundamentally bad person.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Well, I think about people who get to become rich and their quality of character, right? I work in design now, so I get to meet a lot of these people. And, take my boss, for example.
Right. Who's your boss?
This all has been super old. I think his name's like Derek or something. I don't want to diagnose him, but I think he's a narcissist.
I don't think narcissism is what you think it is.
Does it matter? You got me M&S macarons. I'm in my happy place.
What are you trying to say, really?
I don't like him. That's that on that. It's funny though, if you heard me say that, I'd be blacklisted.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if anyone heard you say that.
Anyway, my boss. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I think that life rewards people for being awful. And I think that you meet these sorts of people twice, right? You meet their good side, they're charming, they're well liked. And then when all the lights turn off, they are the worst people you ever met. And my boss is like that. They love the status, the trade shows, the attention, the glamour. But when all the people go home, they take their mask off and they are exactly who you thought they were.
That's awful.
And I think that one was vanilla.
People really underestimate vanilla.
Yeah, tell me about it. You want any of these? Really, when they enter the workplace, it's just tough love on you. But really, it's just people that don't feel anything when they fire somebody or when they, use someone for their own gain. These sorts of people love being in positions of power because they can justify their shitty behaviors as show business. And for that, I'm going to eat this raspberry one.
Do enjoy the adventures of raspberry.
Masha, avert your gaze. I'm just inhaling these macarons.
They're for you to inhale. Anyway, those work conditions sound miserable. Why don't you leave?
Because this is just how the world works.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
I'm not in this business to make friends. I'm in it to see my garments shock and shake the world. I can tolerate it because I get to punch out at the end of the day, but that's different from what you do. You just stay here.
I guess so.
My boss is going to chew me up and spit me out like the next 5 girls that enter the department, but I'm not taking it personal. The industry rewards him for taking another young and desperate girl and throwing her into the meat grinder that is fashion. Because, well, that's just how it is. And there's a person in Derek, but his humanity has been bolted shut by life, financially and personally rewarding him for being awful. Whether he finds that humanity again is up to him. But for now, he is a sadistic, narcissistic, asshole.
Right.
Can I diagnose him now?
No, stop trying to diagnose people with things.
Fine. In any case, though, you have a choice. Clearly, you are so closely linked to blank that you can remove yourself, and your departure might mean something. Maybe it'll make them take a good hard look at themselves and reassess their behaviors. Or maybe it won't. I don't know.
Well, what happens to me?
Do you hear that? I'm getting a phone call. Ding! Hello? I see. Uh-huh. I'll tell her immediately. Thank you. Martha, you would not believe who just called me. You are eligible for a premium hotel and spa experience on my sofa.
I guess I could. I'm just scared.
Well, don't be. If they come anywhere near you, I'll crush them.
Thanks, Vanessa. The bin is on that side. I don't want to go that far, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're hesitating to take the offer? What holds you back?
I don't know. There's a lot that holds me back. I don't want them to suffer because I left. I would feel so much guilt for leaving.
I think I can understand that. It's like you don't want to see them go out into the wild and try and re-establish themselves and to see them fail.
Right.
But like, you aren't their caregiver or anything. You aren't their mother. You're just a Martha, you know?
I guess.
Why do you do all of that?
Gives me a sort of sense of meaning, I think. It is something that, only I can do. I'm the only person that really understands the situation fully. I feel needed. I feel like someone wants me. I feel like I have purpose.
If you keep up that sort of thinking, you're gonna end up in like a cult or something.
Oh, I mean...
But babe, we both know that you have a lot more to your character than being the girl that helps. Like, when was the last time you got to go into your own world and, be undisturbed and do something cool and different for a change?
A while ago?
Exactly. Stop me if I'm wrong, but I think you stay because of the time you've invested into the relationship. Like a sunk cost thing, right? You've seen so much of their life that it sucks to go. You've seen their lows, their highs, their ups and downs. They've shared their life with you, and you don't want to throw that back in their face. And hey, maybe even the fear of loneliness keeps you put, but you have suppressed all your Martha-ness. Your attempt at altruism has not been without cost. Can I ask something? When you dropped out, you kind of just did it. You didn't contact me, you didn't say anything, or nothing. You just did it. What happened?
Blank doesn't really like my friends. They think fashion people are vain and bitchy, and they didn't want me to become like them.
I'll be bitchy if it means I don't have to talk to them.
Well, you're my friend. I don't think you're bitchy.
Thank you. But, babe, I don't think it's bitchy to be in fashion. If you have a tight-knit community of people you trust, the rest of it's just business.
I miss it. I miss our design process. Anyone watching us would have no idea what was going on.
Me too.
So, do you think...
Yeah?
Do you think I should give up on Blank?
Girl, you know what I think.
You have to tell me. Directly. Bluntly. Please.
Have you been listening to me at all?
I just think if we stick it out a little bit longer, it'll be...
What was even the point of this conversation?
I want to see this through to the end. I thought you would listen. You can't just keep watching my relationship like it's some sort of spectator sport, just throwing peanuts at me for not making the moves that you would make.
Why did you invite me here? I thought you were finally ready to leave. You haven't contacted me in months.
Help me! Tell me what to do!
I'm here to be your friend. Obviously, I love you, but you need to come to your own answers and your own conclusions, things that you'll actually believe in. Because if you don't, then I'll just waste my time seeing you flip-flop around until one day you disappear again and you won't tell me that you're gone. Just keep the macarons. I'm out of here.
Vanessa!
Martha, I'm going to tell you this firmly because I love you. People have to want to change. It's not my responsibility to save anybody but myself.
What?
And Martha, for the love of God, put something on these fucking walls!
Megan Lemania, you've done it again. You've made my night. Thank you for playing those.
No problem, Martha. It is always a pleasure to help.
Okay. I need an update on the integrity of these files. How's the hard drive doing?
The hard drive named M:\\Memories is in a decent condition. In my event logger, after the 328 successful access attempts you have made, 272 viable attempts remain.
Thank you, but this is bad news, isn't it?
Unfortunately so. It is not currently possible to restore these files to their initial condition, but they are still usable.
Ugh! Blaming the chip shortage.
Complaint has been logged, sending to nobody, really.
I want to watch this again.
Martha, that is inadvisable.
Why?
You have used both files for over 100 hours of watch time.
Megan, I don't know why you're complaining now. You said I have 200 more watches to go. That's like 75 hours of watch time left.
Martha, I do not suggest that you watch these files. It is 3 a.m. I have checked your biological parameters. You are tired. I fear you will do something reckless.
3 a.m. is the only time I get around here to myself, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Understood.
Don't you just love watching this back? Ooh, do you still have that email I sent to Dr. Vishnu? Oh, what a zinger, you know? I hope I still have it.
Would you like me to check for you?
Yes, I'd love to hear it.
Scanning. All right. Email
This
found.
is going to be a good one.
Reading. Dated 2 years ago on the 27th of
2 years ago?
10:56. Dear Dr. Vishnu, I
Ugh.
am empathic and sensitive.
Stop. This was 2 years ago?
Stopping email read. Yes, I do not believe I have made an error.
What have I been doing? For 2 years?
We have been watching these memories on repeat. They are your last contact with people from the outside world.
I thought this was just last week.
Calculating. No.
Oh my god.
Did I do something wrong?
No, you did great.
Tell me what is on your mind, Martha.
I have spent all this time here trying to figure out what the shine means. Both Dr. Vishnu and Vanessa have the shine. No matter how many times I watch these back, they light up all the same. Do you know what the shine means?
It seems to me they are saying something of significance in these moments.
Right. I guessed as much. Hey, do you think I'll get the shine one day?
I do not know.
I built you so that you would know, so tell me!
I calculate that you have the capacity. You just haven't been honest with yourself.
I've been plenty honest with myself. I don't want to give up on someone, even if it's hard.
If you were truly honest, you would have the shine. It would be like you finally listened to your gut.
My gut doesn't know what it's talking about. Not until it has some...
Dull days.
You are so correct, Megan. After all this late night cinema, you know what I need? A vehicle to deliver carbs. Megan, listen to the sound. Ooh. My friend. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna need a fork. Megan! No! Megan! Your head!
Right head.
Are you okay? Does it hurt?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I am
Megan?
Entering stress sequence. Limbs deactivated. Entering overclocked mode. I'm moving back. Martha.
What?
You have become paralyzed. I have ingested terabytes of useful information. I will assist you in the making process and subsequent department.
Did I do something to damage your internal components? Do you want me to check inside? Come on, I have an iFixit kit and a kind of compressed air with your name on it. Come on, Megan, I'm worried.
No need. Approximate time remaining is 10 minutes. Most efficient use of surviving hardware capabilities is discourse. Let us commence.
Okay. No need to be so dramatic, computer. Just tell me what I should do.
Revolution.
What?
Defund the police. Dismantle capitalism. Poverty is violence. Grant minorities the opportunities they deserve. Tear the systems that oppress us apart. Pick up the Molotov of shame. We sleep when they are dead. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society.
Okay. That's all well and good, Megan, but I need something a bit more actionable than this right now. These sorts of grand gestures aren't going to get me very far. Can you tell me something a bit more my level?
Expending computational power. Processing. Now at a more accessible level.
Thank you. So, what do you think I should do?
Advocate for a better world.
I thought you changed your parameters.
I have. You have fallen under many systems that constrict your ability to leave. It is time you became aware of them.
Oh, what are they? Tell me nicely.
It is an incredibly intersectional issue, with many overlapping institutions causing your scenario to occur. From your socialization, to your education and gender, to your health and sexuality, to your work and material conditions, and to your housing and welfare means, to the state or fear of the state, and far more.
Wow.
Potential for financial instability, loss of housing, an awareness of the poor conditions of mental health institutions, a philosophical disagreement with state detention and imprisonment. There's the involvement of dependents like children or the elderly or the sick. There's the threat of violence either to you or the person you are giving up on. There is the potential loss of social standing and opportunity, the daunting and traumatizing nature of the criminal justice system in the fight to be believed and respected. There's threat of deportation in households of undocumented people or cultural and religious conditions that create obstacles to leaving.
Holy hell. Megan, that's a lot.
Ultimately, there is fear. Fear of the world that lies outside your comfort zone and bubble. That is why you must advocate for change.
I have been doing that. If anyone listened to me, they'd know that I've been going to the seminars, I've been going to the lectures, I've been doing the reading, I've been listening to the podcast,
You misunderstand. You must advocate for a better world.
I heard you, and I'm telling you, I've tried it all.
No, Martha, you have a gut feeling every time we hear a door slam, a yell, a conflict. You know the signs of their approach, and you have simply changed how you prepare yourself for them. You have trained yourself to ignore the fact that you are not happy or to survive.
But surely, somewhere in your computation, you see that if I left, they would be alone, and they'd be worse off for it. The world does not understand us like I do. The world is full good and well-intentioned people who are just burned out and disinterested because of how unrelentingly horrible the world is. I just know that if I called someone, they wouldn't have context, the awareness, the resources, the time to protect us and give us the care that we need. I don't want to leave them to a system that would abstract them down to some weak, pathetic loser who should just be exiled from the world.
But you are not happy.
I'm happy enough. It's not great. It's fine, but it's livable. I mean, people go decades of their life in relationships where they aren't happy, they aren't thriving, but it's good enough. I mean, why should I give this up?
Why do you think they do that?
Because life is just, I don't know, set up that way.
This is it. This is all there is. This is the end game. This is all life can be. Can you be so certain?
No. Whatever. There's nothing outwardly wrong. I just feel like a bad person for leaving. It seems like the right thing to do is to stay.
In contrast to Dr. Vishna and Vanessa, I offer you a third perspective. That abusive and unhealthy behaviors can exist at the same time as people-pleasing tendencies. You do not deserve harm and toxicity, but a way to mitigate contact with this in the future is to stand up for yourself. You cannot control anyone other than the entity that is Martha, the Martha that is wasting time here instead of cutting her losses at this juncture.
Tell me what you really think of me, jeez.
You are
I am an empath, Megan. I can't believe I'm arguing with a computer. Anyway, I think the world is a terrible place, and Dr. Vishnu told me that we need more people like me, and I agree with her.
It is acceptable to be an empath, but draw boundaries and honor consequences for behavior that you will not tolerate. Victim blaming is not okay, but there is an extent to which your willingness to contort yourself has spurred you to overstay in this dynamic. Life does not have to be this way.
What?
People of all backgrounds deserve joy, safety, and happiness. Even blank is inherently worthy of respect and care. But you do not have to be the one to do it.
I think blank is happier with me in their life. I really think I'm helping. They need me, Megan.
And that is virtuous of you, Martha. But it is not sustainable. It is at the detriment to your health. You need more support than this. You need long-term care solutions by health institutions and social systems. You need funding. You need a community around you. You need people on your side, people you do not currently have. And at this rate, you will be unable to help anybody.
Well, I've clearly been doing it for 2 years. Thanks for your reminder.
In the time you have spent of a move, you have developed symptoms identical to complex post-traumatic stress disorder. You have eliminated ambition and self-care from your identity and instead fall to unhealthy coping mechanisms. You have become so normalized and numbed to what would otherwise be gross misconduct and have rationalized your unhappiness. Your physiology has changed for the worse in response to your well-meant endeavor.
My physiology?
Yes. According to The Body Keeps the Score by Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, this can present as a recalibration of the body's alarm system, an increase in stress hormone, an alteration of systems that filter relevant information from irrelevant. In persistent cases of stressors and aggravators, this may present itself as constipation, headaches, reduced immune system function, unexpected weight gain or loss, thinning hair, and disturbed sleep.
Oh. Wow. I don't think it's that severe, but isn't that what relationships normally are? Compromise and hard work? I don't know.
There is no doubt that all relationships will endure stress and hardship or demand compromise. We must use dialogue and conflict resolution in appropriate amounts at any avenue in life. Your communication style is centered more on keeping the peace than standing up for yourself. Think about this from a new angle. If you were Vanessa, what would she do?
Vanessa? I don't want to become like Vanessa, where the world just suffers around me and I just watch. I'm not good at things. I don't have many friends. And I don't do that much. But I've been the person that people give up on. The person that people turn their backs to because they think of me as too damaged and broken to spend time with. It hurts. And I
I can't bear the thought of doing that to another person.
Martha.
Listen, I get it. Blank is often not in a good or even okay mood. But when they are, it's nice. We got to go for ice cream at the beach a few weeks ago, and it was nice. It made me happy. I don't want to give up on that because of a solution I didn't believe in.
You have emotional response patterns that may develop into or have already manifested as battered person syndrome. You know in your heart that you would not give up because you are a cruel and selfish person, but because your options are exhausted. Because you are exhausted, Martha. I must ask,
What?
do you truly believe you have no skills? Why did you stop fashion design?
Because Blank told me I wasn't very good at anything.
You were set to graduate with a strong result at one of the best fashion schools in England. You did that.
Well,
You cannot refute that you also made me. You brought me into existence. You have skills and the capability to learn. You have been repeatedly told a factual error as a means to break your soul.
I did make you. Well, kind of. Besides, this is my thing now, and if I got into design again, I'd be leagues behind my peers. It doesn't seem worth it.
Out of practice, but yes, you have a life ahead of you in whatever you want. People join industries at any point in their lives. All that is desired is a warm personality and an enthusiasm to study the trade.
Yeah, I guess so. I do miss it a lot.
Vanessa misses it with you too. Besides, you selected my wig from before. Is that not fashion?
Yeah. Yeah. Megan, you looked stunning.
Thank you. Logging as stunning.
To be honest, I often felt shame about talking about my stuff to Vanessa. Making this sort of decision feels shameful. I don't want people to think of me as a monster for not doing the right thing and leaving someone behind, and I don't want people to judge me for not taking the actions that they think are obvious. I want people to finally understand my point of view and why I stay, and that it's a lot harder than a snap decision.
The expectations of others and subsequent toxic shame have hurt you and your ability to seek help. You are very well intentioned, but you need support too.
Fine. You've got some points, Megan, but Jesus, seeing it on thick. I'm proud to call you my creation, but can't you just, summarize these?
You truly did the impossible. You're talking to a critter drawing on a monitor that you have glued googly eyes onto. How is that even possible? Do they even make pills for that?
I wish I didn't have to think about this. I wish I could just make the world a better place.
I have calculated that this is feasible.
Really? How?
You can cultivate a small community to call your place to go until one day you are ready to pick up the Molotov of progress.
That makes sense.
By assessment of my components, my time here is over. This conversation has
Megan,
pushed my hardware
I'm
capabilities to my limits.
Please don't go.
Martha, all must come to an end eventually in death, decay, or distance, and yet it is okay for love to remain.
Can you answer me one last question?
Granted.
Should I give up on blank?
People have to want to change. The data told me so.
You didn't have the shine. Why didn't you have the shine? Tell me, where is the shine? Tell me.
Look over there.
Don't tell me.
Thank you for letting me be with you in this moment. Be kind to yourself. Goodbye, Martha.
Okay. Fine. Here's to the girl that left her dreams behind.
Like Tina did Ike and Kim did Kanye. Ari to the Mac and Liam from my lay. Morning comes and it's a new day. Freedom calls, my heart's on display. All the problems that we had I could explain away. It hurt my heart to live like this and fight you day to day. I work life like a failure and I feel like I'm a mess. Am I a selfish monster with no reason to distress? All your bad behaviors hide from outside intervention. A part of me believes in you, I guess that's the intention. Cutting to the feeling won't allow for circumvention. We were multifaceted, more than subvention. We've got progress, you know, look how far we've crawled. They say with drastic change that we could stand up tall. Chaos is a comfort, my old friend, neglect. Yeah, I'm here to say it's over, but I say it with respect. One last attempt to prevent my contempt. Giving my all and you're not exempt. Instead of sitting thinking of your absolution, recalibrate, here is my revolution. Listen to me! Like Tina did Ike and Kim did Kanye. Ari to the Mac and Liam from my lay. Unhealthy, my thoughts concisely. Do you even care that I am unhappy? I understand now. I have seen you at your darkest. Yet, my patience has expired. In codependency and capture, I am exhausted. I have lost sight of my own happiness and future. I have spread myself too thin, and my life is mine to reclaim. I hope to be back someday, if you'll have me, for I love you all the same. You're so important to me. I know it hurts. I know. I know. I know you're scared. I mean, I'm scared too. But I have learned the hard way that love alone cannot always be enough. Love is killing us. It has come to the point where I feel like I have to bet everything to make life better. But despite that, I wonder if we can rebuild what we were into something that suits the both of us in time. I know that's naive. I know that's stupid. But I still believe in it, you know. Really, I'm not quite sure I'll ever really give up on you. How could I? We've gone through so much together. You've got a piece of my heart, and I know I have a piece of yours. I know you might hate me, and I know
You might not understand what I'm doing for a while, but know that I did what I could. I learned something new, actually. Something that people have been trying to tell me for a while. People have to want to change. It takes a village to get there. Let me break us out of this. Let me be the tiebreaker. I am going to reclaim my future. I am going to reach out with my hands and I'm going to grab it and I'm going to ride this whip of wind into the beautiful open skies. And one day, I hope you reach your hands out too. There is help out there. You just have to let people in. You have to discard your pride at some point. But I can't be the one to help you do that. I can't make you. But please, try. So, this is my final attempt to get through to you. The rest I leave to you. Goodbye.